morning, everyone. You can see here the dogs have had a massive weekend. They are knackered, so they got a walk every day. We normally walk them every day anyway, but they got some big walks, and then we took them to the dog park as well for about an hour yesterday, and we also went out for dinner to the in-laws for dinner on Saturday night, and they came then. They got a massive backyard. It's like a forest compared to our backyard, and they just stay outside the whole night, pretty much, just going through the trees and stuff. So sensory overload in the last 2 days. So yeah, that's pretty much them. I didn't even take them for a walk this morning. They weren't even interested. They normally bark at me to take them for a walk, and that didn't happen today. So all good. Really nice day today. It's going to be quite warm. It's almost already 20 degrees. It's going to be a big one. So yesterday, you can see the verge there. Put some trees in all the way down. So I got 12 trees from Bunnings. I call them trees. They're like barely a weed. But yeah, just some cheapy stuff. And the stakes that you're seeing there. 12 tube stock, little 50mm tube stock things are only like $4.80 or $4.60 or something. Got 12 of us. 10 or 12? No, 12 of them, because the stakes were 6 each. So you got 12 stakes, 12 tube stocks, and then we cut some offcuts from these trees and put them out there. Main reason is just constant people parking on the verge. I've turned the retic off there. There's no plants there anyway, but I try and keep the mulch nice, and almost every day when I come home from work, because I come that way, I can look up here and it's like a parking lot. There's just cars all over, and they rip up the mulch, expose the sand, then you get weeds. So I just like, well, no one's parking on it. So yeah, hopefully they don't park on it and just run my plants over. But that's the whole point of those stakes. They're 1.5 metre long stakes, and they're only sticking up about 9. I got them in. I got my big gimpy hammer and just belted them in. So they'll take your bumper off, hopefully, if you decide to roll over them. I'll put in a clip now. You can fast forward, and I'll put the timestamp to fast forward to. So it was the Targa West rally yesterday. It goes like the whole week, but the city stage, we went and watched it yesterday. I hadn't been for about 4 years. I keep missing it. They don't advertise it very well. So yeah, I've missed it, but we jagged it. Convinced my mate. Well, it didn't take a lot of convincing. We were going to go for a scooter run anyway, so we, as normal, go to his house, go to the city, and we just stopped and watched it on our way, kind of thing. But yeah, definitely not what it used to be. I started the video as if it was going to be its own video, and I don't know what's happened, but it's like a quarter of the amount of cars that normally go. Just run-of-the-mill cars, no spec. Like, there used to be like Porsche GT3s, there was Skylines, there was Audis, and some really high horsepower stuff, really good fun. And now you'll see in the video, there's like a Hyundai Excel, a Ford Falcon, a Commodore, a Lotus, some old Civic. Just not what it used to be. And I pan around in one of the shots there, and there's like 5 people watching it next to us. Whereas the last time I've been, you couldn't even see the bitumen. It was just packed out, 15, 20 people deep, just watching it. They changed the track as well, so you're a long way back from the action now. Obviously they didn't set people up on corners where a car could spin out and clean people up the previous times, but you'd be on a straight, or you'd be on the inside of a corner or something like that, and not on the outside of a corner where it's a bit more dangerous, and you'd be a bit more closer to the action. Whereas this year, there was like a 50-metre buffer before you even got to any of where the racing is. It wasn't. Yeah, but anyway, that video was meant to be by itself. I got about 10 minutes of footage. I'll cut it back. I'll probably make it even less than that. And I'll slip it in here so you'll watch it now. But I will put a timestamp if you want to fast forward and skip over that, and we'll get back to the project, what we're doing. So enjoy if you're going to watch it. sounds good on that. Sounds like a trumpet. What's that thing? Kicker. Yeah. Oh, he's giving it to it. What's that one?
One thing's for sure.
But anyway, what we're going to do today, so don't know if you, let's go and have a look. I haven't even turned them on actually. I've no need to turn them on, the hex lights I'm talking about in the garage. So yeah, super bright, really impressive. I did say when I was putting these in that they're not as bright as what I had in here. I take that back, they are completely. After having them on for that little bit of time and like stepping back in the house and then looking in here, it is a lot brighter. I don't have a number. I can't even say it's twice as bright, but it is definitely brighter. And very, very even. No matter where you go, from kind of this wall to the front of the door, it's an even as. When you go kind of where the bonnet is of that car and the boot of this car, it's a bit darker because I don't have them up on the ceiling here, as you can see. I did explain it, but if I'm working in here needing these lights, this door's up all the time. I don't work in here, like I can't wash a car with the door down. So if I'm doing any work, this door's up. So if the door's up, it finishes right on these lights. Jagged it pretty good actually. So there's no point putting lights there is what I'm trying to say, because anytime I'm in here with these lights on, it's going to be covered up anyway. So all good. So, but over here, really nice. I'm sure the camera does not do it justice because the camera is auto leveling, metering light and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway. So I've got exactly these ones coming for the garage, for the shed. So imagine one hex. I've got, so it's 1 hex wide, 900 mil, and 4 meters long. So I don't know how many, it might be 6 or 7 hexes. No, it's going to be more than that, isn't it? 4 meters? No, about five hexes, I think, all up, and 1 wide. And we're going to put them in the shed. I don't know if they're the same light and connector. I bought them from, so these came from Amazon, and the ones for the shed came from AliExpress. Only because I couldn't find these one, like a long strip on Amazon. Otherwise I would have gone them on Amazon, but they didn't have like a choose your own pattern kind of thing. Yeah, so they just had that generic, you know, the five hex kind of thing, which is fine. They were about the same price anyway. Probably the AliExpress ones were a little bit cheaper. Actually, no, including shipping, no, it was about the same. Anyway, they're due today. So what I want to do is put them up in here. I don't know how I'm going to connect them yet. I can do the dodge like I have done here. So this light, so that one, you can see the cable there. So that one, and that one. Let's just turn the lights off. It's a bit easier to explain. So if I turn this light switch off, all the bench lights turn off. That one turns off, and you remain with 1, 2, and 3 above the sink there. So what I want to do, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need this light anymore, because 4 meters. We can measure it out, but we don't really need to just yet. But I'm pretty sure the hex is going to end past this light. I don't want to take these lights down because they're wired up behind the insulation. I don't want to start ripping insulation down. So these lights are going to stay. It'll give a bit of extra light, whatever, doesn't matter. I mean, that can stay as well. It's no dramas, but I don't think I'm going to need it. So not sure yet, but we won't. I can't turn that off without turning these off. So it's a bit hard to judge if I need it just yet. So I'm just going to leave it for now. And what I'll do is I've got power here. I've got power at the back there. I've got a power switch over there. I've actually got a power board there as well. And I've got a whole heap of, you can see it there, there's some double adapter action. I'm going to swap that over to a power board and mount it properly. And that's it. So I've got power kind of wherever I need it to run this strip of new hex lights that's coming in. Shouldn't be a problem finding power. I was going to get a Sparky to come in and hardwire it, but that was only if I was going to get him to come and do the garage as well. There's no point getting him just to come do one set of lights here. It's going to cost more than the set of lights. So so not going to happen. So it's just going to be a plugged in. Obviously, you walk in, turn that switch on, and these 3 lights turn on. It's kind of enough, but not really. You can't really work in it. It's again, the camera's probably making it seem like there's a lot of light in here, but there isn't. And that's the whole reason I put all these ones in. With that, it's not too bad, except it's dark down that end and dark over there. Oh, and sorry, this light's going to get the flick as well. This light is just zip tied. You can kind of see the zip ties around there, so that's going to go. Don't need that anymore, so we'll find another spot for that somewhere. Probably not in this shed. I think we're going to have so much light in here, considering how bright those hexes are in the garage. I think we're gonna have more than enough light. I think it's going to be probably too much, but we'll see. Anyway, they're not dimmable. It would be good. I think the expensive ones are dimmable, but these ones aren't. So yeah. Anyway, so what we'll do is I've got the pipe. So I went to Bunnings yesterday. I got a heap of pipe. So it's only 15 mil. It's just the smallest one. Don't need anything crazy. I bought my cutters. I cut 900 mil off each length because I need 4 900 mil lengths to do what we're doing. You'll figure it out in a minute. All I'm doing is making a frame. So that I can suspend the frame from wherever it needs to be suspended from. Really, I don't know yet. That muffler's going to come down, so that way I can get them quite high. I want them as high as I can, pretty much level with this light and level with that light, and then straight over, because the hex lights cannot mount to the ceiling here because of the angle of the ceiling. So it needs to be suspended, which means you need a frame to suspend the lights to. Not an issue. It's easy to do. So yeah, that's all it's going to be. And the reason I got the 900, I did explain it in the previous video, you may not have watched it, is because I regularly get the ladder to go up into these boxes here, and I get boxes down from here. So if if they were going to go on the ceiling, it would have been no dramas. I probably could have done it on the ceiling and got 2 separate sets, so you get a flat set on that ceiling and then a flat set over here. You could have done that, but with 2 separate things. I didn't really want to do that, so I think more than enough light out of the single strip that I'm going to have, and that way it keeps it right in the middle here, and I've got still plenty of room to get up on a ladder and not hit my head on lights and catch the lights when I'm taking those buckets down over there and getting access to there. That was the main reason. Yeah, that's all. I think really it would have been a waste going anything more, because as soon as you start putting hexes over here, it would have cast a big shadow under here. So having a more central, I think you're going to lower that angle, that cast angle of the shadow, and it's really going to kick it up a notch. So that should be good. And also I did say I got this set that is going to go in here from AliExpress. The set that's in the garage, which is this leftover stuff, that's from Amazon. So I don't know if they're going to be the same. I'm hoping they're going to be the same, because I've got 2 extra lights. They give you 2 extra, because that's 2 sets in the garage. So you get an extra light, an extra 3-way, and an extra 2-way connector per set. So I've got some leftovers here. So what I was thinking was, rather than put so that'll be, so if you can imagine, one of the last hex, here will have that joiner, this joiner on it, kind of sitting there like that. What I might do is change it over to the 3-way like that, and then just, because it is a bit dark over this bench here, and then that way you can just snap in an extra light like that. And I might do that for the 2 hexes. For the 2 hexes that are hanging over, the last 2 hexes in line is yeah, hopefully, and then have 2 extra lights kind of filling this gap here. That would be really good. Or you could have one, if one's enough, and then when you put the other one over here and then get rid of this light. But otherwise I'll leave that light, it doesn't matter. But anyway, let's get on to making this frame. I think I will just time, oh yeah, so all I got was, it's going to end up being in a short version, if you can imagine. So we'll make it up here. So I've got 4 elbows like that. 4 elbows like that. So that's 4 meters, and that's 900. And then it'll have a joiner there, or T-pieces there, like that. So I think that's going to be enough, and I'll probably just suspend it through, I'll just drill holes through these, and then I have, yep, here it is here. I have some nylon coated stainless steel wire. That's all I was going to use, and just have it suspended from either end, and then in the middle through these, just drill a hole through them, pass that through the hole, tie a knot, whatever, do something in there to make it not come through, level it up, and she's all good to go. And then the lights are either coming today or tomorrow, so as soon as the lights come, we can run amok, and this is already up and built, and we can just put the lights up and off we go. So yeah, I think I'll just time lapse it. I think that'll be the easiest way. I'll cut all the bits first. I've already cut the 900, so it's 900, 900, 900, 900. I've already got those 4, and then we're just going to go 1.33 for each. Yeah, even 1.3 actually. Yeah, 1.3 meters for each of these lengths here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're done. So easy as. A little bit of glue. I'm not going to go stupid with the glue. Obviously it's not holding water, so I don't have to put glue all the way around it. I want to try and make it so it's nice and neat. That was the main, so you don't see any glue popping out, because I'm not going to paint it. Yeah, that's another thing. It's going to stay white. Little bit of acetone will get rid of this. They'll all come off. But if I am strategic about it, I can kind of put them so they're facing up and you can't see it. But yeah, anyway, that's easy to clean. So yeah, let's cut some pipe. We'll do that outside. There's a little bit more room. And then we'll get some, I've got some glue here, I think, still. Yep. That'll do. You can use any glue really, because it's not for pressure pipe or anything like that. You could use hot glue even. Yeah, no problems there. Anyway, let's cut. I only need to cut 4 things. So let's go and do all that outside. And yeah, if I'm strategic about it as well, I can face them up, face all this writing upwards, and have it nice and clean facing down, and that way we don't have to even clean anything up. You won't see the writing. Okay. Yeah, we're short 2 lengths of 1.33. So we've got to come up with a way. That's the 900. Yep. So we need that one. And then we need to come up with a way of joining the 2 of these together and then cut them to 1.33. Yeah, it's not worth buying 2 more lengths of pipe. I'll just have a join, whatever. I didn't buy a joiner. I didn't foresee this kind of thing. So anyway, what we might do is heat gun. What I'm thinking is heat gun. We'll stretch it. I don't know with what yet. I'll find that. And then possibly that's enough, or possibly a hose clamp. And that's it. This stuff stretches pretty easy. So I'll flick off the camera until I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I might even just try it on one. And I'll get back to you when I figure out a solution. Oh, that's hot. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. The trick is, I think, don't heat up too much. I had it and then I went, oh, I'll get it a bit more. And now I don't have it. Let's just cut this bit off and start again. I think I know the trick. Okay, so yeah, only heat 2 centimeters, if that. Don't heat, oh, I got it a bit hot there. And that's it. Put it on here just to spread it. Yep, that's got it. That's as far as I'm going to take it. So I'll just leave that on the ground to cool and be flat. Let's hopefully it stays pretty good like that. Yep, flat and not kinky. So we'll do the same for this now. So just heat a little bit up. If you heat too much, it all just goes floppy. So you got to keep a little bit of strength in it. And if your heat gun's already been on for a long time, don't go too close to it. That's probably enough. Work a little bit quick because it does cool off. Today's pretty. Oh, it's not that cold, but it's cold. Yeah, see, to me, that's not enough. So we'll just go a little bit more. Just so it can push in a bit. Same deal. Need that to spread it. There we go. It's very similar to the other one now. I'll try and put it all with the riding facing up. And we'll just leave that on the ground to cool off. Probably could put water on it.
and then we'll slip it out and glue it.
Okay, we saved it without doing another trip to Bunnings, so that's cool. I wouldn't trust that if you were going to run water through it, definitely not. You can definitely feel it's a lot. It's not so much of as a pressure fit anymore. I did put a lot more glue on those ones, or a bit more glue on those ones, just to take up the gap. So I don't know if I'd probably rely on that for running water pressure through it. But measure tape. Make sure it's 4 meters by 900. It's going to be wider than 900 because I cut those pipes, the end pipes, to 900. Plus, then you've got so it's 950 wide. So you got 25 mil in the fitting. That's fine. That really doesn't matter. And then lengthways. Considering I made it 1.3 instead of 1.33 per length, 4 meters, 40-20, so 20 mil over the 4 meters. So perfect, that's good. I probably would have preferred it to be smaller if anything, but it doesn't matter. And that's literally all I have left over out of 4 lengths of that pipe, 4 lengths of 3 meters. That's all I've got left over. So. Worked out okay in the end. If I really want to throw a bit of light in this back corner, because that obviously is darker than this corner, I think that'll be okay. We could probably level it up a bit more. Let's go. So it was 0.8 and 1.4, so 600, so 300 mil.
So 0.8. Let's just make it a meter. I think that'll be good.
Yeah. So we're a meter off that wall.
And 1.3 off that wall.
I think we'll leave it at that, because if I'm in here, the door's open, so you're getting light through there. So yeah, I'd rather throw a little bit more light backwards. And I think a meter is fine. I think a meter will be, it'll light up that whole wall, even though it's quite low there at a meter off the wall. I think we'll be fine. So we've got 2, already had 1 length, so I just cut another one exactly the same. They'll be for the door end because they're quite long. I think like something like that would be enough for the air conditioner end, we'll call it, because it's going to be quite close to the ceiling. So we'll just do 2 of them, and then obviously the ones in the middle, I still haven't taken that down yet. Let's not even guess them just yet. Let's get something up in the air first, and then we can do them. I think as long as we get the ends sorted, this should stay up. I can almost lift it. So yeah, as long as you get the ends sorted, I think we'll be right. So we're going to start from the back end. I haven't come up with a plan on making these not slip out. So that's my next. What can we do? Could just tie a knot. It's not really going to go. I do have some crimps. I think might do it. All right. I think I might leave it like that actually, rather than have it dead level. I might have it so it's because if it's dead level, obviously you're not going to be able to get these boxes out here quite easy enough. Whereas, if it's on a bit, I'm pretty sure like it's hard to see because it's got a bit of an arch in it. If you can kind of see that, I'm pretty sure the lights should be able to bend that gradually. It definitely won't bend the way the roof is. It's never going to be able to have a sharp bend in it like that. Right at the peak where the fan is connecting to the roof. But this will work, I think. It's gradual enough that there'd be enough play in all the joins of the lights So I think we'll leave it at that. And that's pretty much how big the lights are going to be. 900 is the hex, and then all the way there and all the way here. So we're going to end up with a fair bit of light. So what I'll do is I'll leave. I was going to take that light down. I probably will end up taking that light down. But then we've got this one just here as well. So when I have all the lights up, I think we'll keep this video going. It's going to be a long one, most of it of me talking like they normally are. But anyway, I might try and disassemble that fan as well without getting electrocuted. We'll see how we go. Otherwise, that can stay there. It's not a big issue. The lights will work kind of around that, hopefully. Yeah, and then when the lights are up, then we'll start disconnecting lights and see about some dead spots and go from there. But yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I'm just going to zip around now. They're kind of, you can see here, it's not even, it's just the pressure of everything pulling on everything, keeping it up. So I've got to kind of go around and kind of, yeah, tangle up that wire and then zip tie it. I was using tape to do it, and that actually held really good. Obviously not a long-term solution, but it actually held better than zip ties. It would slip out of the zip tie, whereas it's not slipping out of that. So probably, yeah, if you did tape a fair bit of it, so you could bundle it up and then zip tie over the tape, that'll probably be a pretty permanent bond. But yeah, we're looking good. I got 200 mil from the inside of this outer pipe here, the longer run pipe. So from the inside of that to the C channel is 200 mil on both sides. You can see nice and even. You can see it's just hitting the edge of the light on that one. It's just hitting that, and we got the same story. Oh, it's actually just fallen off it. But yeah, this was just hitting on the edge of it. But that's fine the way it is. It's just splayed out a bit. I think if I get the ladder. It's actually nice and cool in here. I've had to turn the aircon on. Yeah, but this was sitting kind of like that before. Doesn't matter. All good. That's fine. We can touch things up as we get the hex lights up there. But yeah, putting that gradual bend in it means I can still have access to all my little things here. So I think we'll just leave it at that. I'll just go around, make all these connections much more permanent than what they are. These ones aren't bad, they're tangled up, but obviously I'll cut that excess wire off. I might even pull it up a little bit more just to get a bit more bend on it, especially on this side. I think that side's higher than that side at the moment. And the end ones, just lock them off, tie them up, zip tie them, do whatever we need to do there. Yeah, and that's it. But anyway, I think we'll call it there for today. They haven't rocked up, and they're not going to rock up today now. It's getting a bit later on in the afternoon, so if they're not here now, they're not going to be here today. But anyway, all good. And I think when I do make them, I've got my hot glue gun there. I'm going to do the same procedure as what I did in the garage there, and I'll probably only do half at a time. I might make it in two different halves, but I will hot glue each joint, put it up, and then hot glue the other half on the floor, and then put it up and zip tie it as we go. And kind of, yeah, it's 4 meters is a bit much. It won't be as rigid as this frame. There's no way by yourself you're going to get 4 meters of one hex long up by yourself. I think 2 meters would even be a struggle. But I think if we hot glue them and do it like that, I think we'd be okay. Have some zip ties on the ready, and we'll be fine. So we'll just do that, I think. But yeah, looking like tomorrow now. So anyway, we'll finish this off tomorrow afternoon, and yeah, should have some decent light. So probably this can be the before. You can kind of see how dark it is down. I've got all the lights on as well, as you can see. Every single light in here is on, and you can kind of see how dark it is down there. I guarantee it looks better on camera. It's quite dark down there. Yeah, so hopefully we will be fixing that. I think we will be. So yeah, should be a good little upgrade. But yeah, anyway, I won't make this video longer than what it has to be, and I'm pretty sure I already have anyway. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow when we get the lights. Catch you then. All right, morning everyone. So we're back on the job next day, early morning. No dramas, lights came in. A bit different to the Amazon kit. It looks like the same connectors. Let me just get a connector from the Amazon kit. To me, they look exactly the same, but that's the Amazon connector to the AliExpress light. And yeah, I think they're going to go. Oh, maybe not. That's going to... Oh, no. They were tight. So that's an Amazon connector. So if we get the AliExpress connector, straight on. Okay. So yeah, we may not be able to do that thing of adding an extra light over the bench if I can't make... Nah, no way. Okay, that's okay. That answers that question anyway. So that's okay. What about an Amazon light with an AliExpress connector? Nah. Okay, so they're different. Also, I noticed the Amazon light is white. AliExpress one is like a stainless steel, silver, aluminium kind of finish. But anyway, doesn't matter. Not as good kit. I mean, the quality looks the same. Couple of little dents and stuff, so if you're worried about that, probably don't buy it off AliExpress. The fitting kit is not as good. It's just got screws. It doesn't have the clips to individually mount to click onto this thing. I didn't use them anyway, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I might as well just set you guys up. So I've already done, we won't talk about it too much, but you can see the wire there. And that light's not working because I've stolen power from that light to now power the new hex lights. It didn't come with, like the Amazon one came with that connector with exposed wires at one end, and it also came with a plug-in 240 volt plug as well. Didn't get that, only got that. So my hand was forced a little bit. As much as I don't like doing that 240 volt stuff, it's simple enough. You literally match the colors of the wires up. I've soldered it, and then I've left it really long. I've crimped it and soldered it. Individually heat shrunk the two wires. It's a blue and a brown. Individually heat shrunk. Then I put insulation tape around individually with a big clump of it in the middle so they can never touch. And then I've wrapped it in insulation tape. Then I put conduit wrapped in insulation tape. So rewind that, play that back slowly, and that's why it's that thick. So it's not going to short out. It's never going to have pressure on it. And we're only running, I left the instructions inside. I think we're around about the 280 to 300 watt mark. Whereas our power points, because they're 10 amp, 240 volt, we can have 2,400 watts. These hex lights are only adding 300 watts to my two existing lights. I had a bit of a brainstorm last night, and I could even go as far. I don't want to move those fixtures, the original fixtures that came with the shed. I don't want to move them. I could take the globe out. If I was worried about pulling too much current, I know those globes are 28 watts each. So 3, 6, 9, 12, we're at 1200 watts. We're only half of what I can pull off that circuit, and I'm only adding another 300, so we're fine. That's okay. But yeah, if you really were worried, you could pull the globes out, leave the fittings there, and not draw that extra current. But it's not going to be an issue. So yeah, I will. I'll set up a time lapse. I think. I'm thinking what I might do is build it one kind of hex at a time. I don't know. I'm not sure. It was either build half of it. I still think at 2 meters, which is half of it, it's going to be too flexible for me to hold up and zip tie at the same time. So I think I might just do one hex at a time and zip tie it and click it in kind of in the ceiling. It's a bit more ladder work, but I think it's going to pay off in the end. It might be a little bit simpler, less frustrating, and no risk of breaking any connectors that way. So yeah, I'll leave you like that. Hopefully that light is not in your way too much, but wherever I'm shining, you're going to have a light in your eye. So hopefully that works. So I did just go and get the instructions just so I could kind of have a look. I mean, it's easy enough without, but just to have a look where the 2-piece joiners go and the 3-piece joiners go. So I've never done it before, but I'm sure once you've done it a few times, it kind of comes second nature. So it's really quite easy, being that it is only one hex wide. So that's your they're your cross braces, I suppose you could call them, your cross braces, and then you just build off that. They only fit in one way. It's pretty easy. as long as they, there we go. Yeah, this kit is not as nice as the Amazon one, that's for sure. Just the quality of the joins. So let's hope all these lights work, or let's hope at least they gave me some spares like Amazon did. And then we should be right. Should be right after that. So yeah, so you got to, obviously the hex could go either way, but because I have this business going on here with the 3-ways, it has to go that way because that's your next one coming down. So that's one thing you can't stuff up. Okay. So yeah, it is a bit dicky. I'll do the first one on camera. I'll time lapse the rest of it. I'm sure you don't want to hear me heavy breathing and fighting with these connectors. They're definitely not as good as the Amazon ones. But like I said, I would have bought the Amazon one. It's just it couldn't get it in this shape, in this long setup. Yeah, I really don't think there's going to be a shortage of light. This first one is going to have the cable connected to it, so I'm gonna. Is that right? Yes. Yeah. So it's going to have a 3-way just here now. Even though it only requires a 2-way, I'll put a 3-way, and then the cable's going to connect to that. Yeah, the Amazon ones were just slip in straight away. Hopefully you can see that. This one I'm fighting with it. You've got to get it kind of caress it and kind of coerce it to go in. It just really doesn't want to. I'll try a different light. No, and if you push it, you're going to break it, I'm pretty sure. So it could be the join. Just there we go. So it just needed that little bit extra. Okay, so again, that's my down. I suppose it doesn't matter. It could have been this one, the 3-way, to run power to, but I'll just make it that one. It really doesn't matter. They definitely hold together better than the Amazon ones, but the Amazon ones click together. Well, they don't click together, they just go together a bit nicer. You can see this one's just going to fight me now because it's the last one and it's got all the pressure on it. There we go. All right, let's get some zip ties. So I put the 3-way connector on the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. I've got so much slack, it really doesn't matter. So we'll just hang it up like that. And oh yeah, okay, so it's the same style of connector. It has the little loop ready to go for your zip tie, so that's cool. I'm probably going to leave them loose as well. I won't fully zip tie them down just yet. Just so if it needs to go, one way or the other, I can. So we'll just go like that. Hopefully the zip ties are decent quality and they don't slip. There we go. There's one. And then, so it's got to go. Where's the zip tie? Okay, that's that way. It's got to go that way, and then, oh no, I am on the right side. What am I thinking? Yep, so if you can see my finger, that's where the power will run. And then I've got 2 3-ways heading off in the direction that I want to head off in. So that worked out in the end. So we'll put another zip tie here. I might even just put the minimal amount of zip ties in, just to start with, and then come back and do all the other ones. Yeah, I should be able to, yes, that's why I made it 900. Yeah, that was the whole point of going 900, so that the zip ties will end on the pipe, which is 900. So if you just saw there, that light is now in the way, so it's going to come down, this one. That's just a plug-in one, so that's no issue to get rid of that. And I still have to find a power board. I'm pretty sure I got one hanging around to change that mess of double adapters there over to power board. I've actually used stainless steel zip ties on that, so I will grab side cutters. I didn't think they were going to last too long up there. We'll just leave them there. Today's my last day off before I got to go back to work with my sore back, so ended up having 5 days off work, so Tuesday to Tuesday. You can see now I'm moving pretty good. I'm not 100%. It's definitely not back to normal, but yeah, I just got to go a bit slow on the up. Might as well. Whoa, she's coming down. Yeah, so today's my last day off, so be good to finish this off. It all came on the right day. But that's my normal. I normally have when this happens. It's not the first time my back's. It's a bulged disc in my back. It's not the first time. It's happened. It's probably happened for the last, I don't know, maybe 7 years. It happens once a year. It's a bit of a pain, but you know, obviously I've talked to doctors and stuff like that, and chiros and physios, and I'm currently seeing an osteopath, and all their recommendations are don't. If it's only once a year for a week, there's no need to have operation. There's just too many risks involved with having an operation. If it was constant, couldn't work because of it for a whole year or 6 months, then yeah, have an operation. But yeah, it's just not bad enough to warrant an operation and be out of action for so long. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Just think of it as a bit of a holiday. It's a pretty relaxing holiday because you can't do anything. But yeah, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. Okay, so then we need another zip tie here. So I just realised we're probably not going to get zip ties here. That's okay. Really don't think you're going to need it. These are just as light as the Amazon ones as well. The Amazon ones were super light. So yeah, we're just going to leave it hanging. I'll go around later. And you don't realise from down there, I know it's only 2.5 metre high ceilings, but I got chains and hooks and all sorts of stuff. When I used to have remote control airplanes, I had everything hanging up in here. Not to display it, it was just to keep it out of the way, because that's once you finished learning how to fly remote control airplanes, you're not finished, you're always learning, but once you don't crash every week, the only time you damage your plane is when you're pulling it apart and storing it. You don't really damage it flying it anymore. So yeah. So yeah, if you can hang it up out of the way, it's a lot better. So now we're just going to get a whole heap of these ready to go. I think with the two joiners. I've actually been looking at some remote control airplanes to get back into it. I sold everything a while ago. I had all sorts. I had gliders and helicopters, and I had a boat. I had cars. I had everything, and then I just funneled it all down to only just having the planes. That was kind of what I enjoyed the most, was the RC planes. The helis are cool, but they're just too much work. You really have to know how to set them up properly. And I didn't. There's always people at the park willing to give you a hand, but it's just, you got to rely on them all the time. So yeah, I kind of gave up the helis. Planes are super easy, and like I said, once you're finished learning and you're not crashing so much anymore, they actually are quite cheap to enjoy as well. It's it's a cool thing once you realise. I've been doing it for like 20 years, so I haven't had a crash that's written off a plane. Obviously, you have rough landings with the wind and things like that. I'll work backwards. Yeah, you have the odd off, but it's not very often. Yeah, I'm a bit too far away. Yes, I've been and I've had stunt planes, gliders. I've had everything, every type of plane you could ever imagine, scale ones, all sorts of stuff. But the one I enjoy the most is the gliders, which is good, I suppose, because they're probably the cheapest. They're definitely the cheapest because you don't have any landing gear; they just belly land, and they're the biggest as well, biggest wingspan. You don't need very powerful batteries or motors, which keeps the price down as well. And so the only downfall is for me is storing it, because obviously it's bigger than a normal plane. But mostly they're made out of foam, which is pretty durable anyway. I mean, the good quality ones are really a balsa, but you don't really, there's no advantage really. So yeah, I was looking at getting one of them, but because I did sell everything, like I don't regret selling everything because my stuff was quite old. I had it from when I kind of started, so yeah, it was getting really old, and I would have had to start looking at updating things anyway. That's wrong. So it kind of worked out okay, but I was never thinking that I'd get back into it. But yeah, it's starting to get the bug a little bit. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll put a screenshot of the glider that I'm thinking of getting. It's called a Volantrix. It's 2.4 meter wingspan, which is kind of medium. You wouldn't want to go much smaller than that unless you're pressed for space. They do a 2 meter version and a 2.4 meter version. Big is better with a glider. Let's just do a check. Oh, it's not plugged in. No, okay. Oh, that scared me a little bit then. Let's plug her in. Okay, yep. There's no more dead spots. It's brighter down there than it is here, and we've only put 2 in. There's still 3 to go, so that's pretty cool. And it looks like the fan won't interfere. It's going to be in the middle of one of them, so that's quite good. We jagged that. So what I'll do is I'll get ready for the next one, for the next splinter off. Probably get 2 of them ready. Actually, we'll get 3 of them ready, and then that's all of them. And it looks like they do not give you any spares at all, which is not ideal, but it doesn't matter, just in case you drop one, crack one, or they've forgotten to put one in. Oh no, hang on, what have they done? They should have given me a spare. Hang on, oh, there, is that it? No, that's a 2-way. I'm 1 short. They're all 2-ways. Ah, see, that's not good. Let me find it. Hopefully it's here somewhere. Sorry, we've used it. That's what it was for. We've used it over there. So yeah, no, that's okay. So that has to be the last one, because it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. We've got 2 in. 1, 2, and we got 1, 2, and we got 1, 2 to go. That's right. Yeah, 2 to go. So yeah, we're cool. All right, no worries. So I might as well just get some of these started. Well, see, that's what I mean. It should give you spares, but anyway. My mate that I go scooter riding with, he's that's how we met actually, was flying remote control planes. So yeah, he's keen on it as well. But it's it's just, I mean, you can do it on the cheap, but sometimes it's not as good to do it on the cheap. It's sometimes it's better to buy the good stuff outright, and just not muck it around with it. I don't know. For me to get back into it, I have absolutely nothing. I got no controller, no batteries, no spare parts. I got nothing. So it's pretty much buy a plane, buy a battery. The plane itself comes with everything apart from a battery. So yeah, I'd have to be buying pretty much everything again from scratch, which is fine. Like I said, I needed an upgrade on everything anyway. My stuff was all kind of first gen computer radio stuff, and now they're up to way more complicated things. So yeah, it was going to have to happen if I was going to get back into it or stay in it anyway. So, but yeah, it is what it is. If you put them in from the top, slide it and then go, they seem to be fitting a lot nicer. So we'll get a zip tie ready. The one thing that made me give it all up as well is the club that I normally fly at is like a 20-minute drive from here. When I was not living here, it was 5 minutes away. It was really good, but yeah, now it's a little bit further. Probably wouldn't be much good for any content for the channel, that's for sure. Unless I start doing a teach yourself or how to fly video. I don't know, I could do that. I used to be an instructor at the club back in the day when I was going every week. But it's a bit hard now when you kind of got someone else you need to please as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you just can't just go away for half a day. Okay. Yeah, because I've been talking, I've stuffed it. So we need to swap out that one for this one. Which is good. It's not a permanent thing. You could leave this on while you're working on it. Probably best not to, because the pins are live. You can't really touch them, they are kind of insulated, but as you're connecting them, the pins will be live. And what else? Your eyes would be looking straight into the bright light. It's pretty bright. So yeah, that goes there. Yeah, so my mate that I fly with, well, used to fly with, he's more of a aerobatics kind of person. Aerobatics are cool, but once you've done them a few times, it's kind of, yeah, it's not as good. I mean, you get to a certain point where you're just doing stuff to break a plane almost. You're it's pretty dodgy, some of the stuff you do, just to keep interested, because you've kind of mastered all the tricks. There's not that many tricks to learn. So yeah, if you yeah, it's just not as much fun once you get to a certain point. I mean, once you're learning to do it, it's really cool. And when you really batten down a cool trick, and you can repeat it, that's the thing, because some tricks you do by accident, and some tricks and then they're hard to repeat. So yeah, that's cool. But the keeping up a glider that's only meant to fly, like the battery should only last to spin the motor for 20 minutes, half an hour. Keeping that up for like 2 hours sometimes, that's a pretty cool trick to me. Just hunting for thermals and things like that. Being able to read the wind and the clouds. I quite enjoy that. And it's quite relaxing too. It's because you're never almost crashing. Whereas when you're doing aerobatics, that's pretty much what the plane is doing. It's just crashing, and you're stopping it from crashing, from hitting the deck, doing all your tricks. So yeah, so we still got. There's one more to go, isn't there? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, one more to go. Okay, so we just need 2 empties, and then this. So that's. I don't know if we need that. No, I don't know. We're probably going to have to use it, but I don't think we need it. Not sure yet. But yeah, it could be cool. I don't know if you're into remote control planes. I'm trying to compare it to something, but I suppose gliding is kind of like sailing on a boat with no motor. You got to kind of have half an idea of what the weather's doing and things like that. You got to know how to read clouds and figure out when they're going to make a thermal for you to use. Pretty cool. Aerobatic flying is kind of racing around a go-kart track and on the limit all the time. And some people enjoy it, some people don't. I did say I was going to speed this up with some time lapses, but I've been chatting. I just realised I've been chatting the whole time. But anyway. Somebody's put all these on the wrong way. I think we're okay. Yeah, we shouldn't have to use that 3-way for no reason. So they do give you a spare one, I think. One spare. And look at that, we're right at the end of the... I think you can see that, yeah. We're bang on. So we measured that out pretty good. Yep, we're good. So yeah, we don't need the 3-way. And they give you an extra light too. So... Oh, okay, they do give you extra connectors. I've already got a connector here and here. Like that. So they give you an extra light, extra 2-way, and an extra 3-way. So, in that case, we might as well use it. And I think we'll come over here just to light up this area here. Let's turn it on. Actually, turn these lights off. That'll give us a better idea. So we'll go completely black. Close the door. Okay, yep. That's pretty bright. But these are still necessary. These lights under here, you can see it's quite dark where the toolboxes are. I think what I'll do... Oh, I can't do it there. Oh yeah, I could do it here and just put this extra light right there. That'll be perfect. Because I'm losing this light, and this gave me quite a bit of light there. So yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll just change that that connector over, and that light will fill in that corner. Be good if I had another one to do another one here, but that's actually quite good over there. I think you can see that. It's quite bright over there. And if I did need more light there, I have the light that I've just taken down. That can actually go above the bench there. But yeah, that's awesome. Cool. All right, so we'll turn that off. Turn these back on. I can't wait to see it with all the lights on. That's going to be pretty cool. Okay, and we'll take this off. Cut that zip tie. Get a new zip tie. I've actually got to go and get poor me, I've got to go and get a massage. I normally go, because I've been walking funny for like a week, my back's all out and you can't sleep properly and things like that. And my back's all out of whack, so I normally just go and get a touch-up massage to put everything back nicely. Puts it back right, get a few cracks out of it, and we're all good to go then. For another year until it plays up again, and it's always around this time of year, so I don't really know what causes it. I don't know what the go is there, but yeah, here's what it is. Okay, I think we can start to tie these up now as well. Let's have another shot. Yeah, that's cool. The whole aircon's lit up. Yeah, that's really cool. All right. Yep. Happy with that. All right, I'll switch off. I'm pretty sure you've had enough of me chatting. I'll switch off. I've got to turn these lights off because there's no way I'm working up there looking at the lights. They're really bright. Hopefully it comes across on camera. But yeah, I'll get it all zip tied up nice and tight, and I'll get back to you when she's all done for a final we're done. And that's all the lights on, yeah, too. Yeah, from what I can see on the camera screen, it doesn't look much different to what it was before, but in person it's almost like you need to wear a hat in here because it's really bright. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but yeah, that's quite bright. But anyway, I'll zip tie them up nice and tight and I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so we're looking good. So pretty much now you open your door and everything is switched on by that one switch now. So you got the two fluoro tubes where there's 2 tubes in each one. And then all the hex light comes on. So yeah, way better. The shed's pretty much usable just with that amount of light now. And then you got your extra little dick light there to light up here, I suppose. Oh no, there's not a lot of shadow. I was thinking maybe because it's behind you when you're standing at the sink there. Not that I spend hours there, but yeah, there's no shadow, so that's cool. And then you can still kind of see under here is quite dark. Obviously the mezzanine, let's call it a mezzanine. Not that you can walk up there, but it's just for storage, little shelf. Casts a bit of a shadow. So to fix that problem, then you come over here if you're going to be in here for a while, flick all those lights on, and you're good to go. So now these lights, okay, so you've got warm white, cool white, and natural white. So that's as blue light as I can go. And it's still a little bit orange compared to these new ones. So, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. I reckon that's pretty cool upgrade for like $120, I think. That light's not connected up there. I must have, maybe when I was zip tying it, 2 seconds. Yeah, it must come off just as I was pulling it with the zip ties. It's pretty tight. I've made it pretty tight right to the frame, so it's not hanging in any way. I think that's kind of half the reason it's kind of in your face a bit, because as you're getting up, because it's not hanging dead straight, it's kind of facing you, especially over there, because of the curve. But yeah, there's not much you can do about it. That's cool. You definitely get used to it. But having that amount of light, I mean, I can see like down there now. That's pretty cool. That was just pitch black before, even in the shelving. Very nice. Yeah, down there, you know, it used to be super dark down there. So yeah, that's a really nice upgrade. So even though they're cheap, they do work pretty good. I wasn't a fan of them. I really didn't like them. Just you see them everywhere, but they do give off a good light. You know, next level. I do watch Matt Mormon. His name is Obsessed Garage. He's next level. I kind of unsubscribed from him because he's just yeah, he just goes above and beyond most people's means. If you don't, just check out his channel, Obsessed Garage, you'll see what I'm talking about. But his he doesn't like these either, but not for the same reason. He doesn't like them because of the actual light temperature or the CRI. He gets right into the nitty gritty and the science behind everything. So yeah, he doesn't like it because of some other reason. So he gets these Lutron Cree, you know, super expensive bulbs. Well, runs of light. You can kind of connect them as long as you want. You know, app controlled, dimmable. Difference, you have a switch and you can, you know, detailing settings, so it'll just go full brightness, or you could go to 50% if you're just working, or 20%. You can have different situations for everything. Yeah, not necessary for me, but yeah, he goes next level. I've never worked under any of those kind of lights with that specific Cree, or I can't remember what he calls it. It's not color temperature, it's not lumens, it's something else. I can't remember what it was. I kind of tuned out. Yeah, it's way over my head, but I can't see anything wrong with this. This is lighting up really nice. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Nothing's tripped, no fuses popped. I will, when I have these on for a long time, like hours, I'll go up and check with my temperature gun. I'll go and check the temperature of the wire that I'm using, and hopefully it's not getting hot. And we'll just leave it at that, I think. Yeah, there's nothing more really. Fits really nice. You got both end lights in line with the pipe that we put up. The fans in the middle, not in the way. Yeah, worked out really well. So, I mean, you can even go as far as buying another. If this wasn't quite big enough, you could just buy another little set, as long as you get it from AliExpress. Being that the Amazon and the AliExpress kits they're not compatible. They're just a little bit too. The light's a little bit bigger on the Amazon ones, and it doesn't fit into these connectors. But yeah, you could buy like a 2 hex kit for $30-40, I think. They're not very expensive, and then just add on another hex on this side and another hex on that side. But there's no need. They throw a fair bit of light, so yeah, pretty good. So the only thing what I might do is change. Whereas this light used to be hardwired to come on when I walk in the shed off that main switch. So what I might do now is take this light down. I think that's going to get retired. That's an old school wiring one. And I will put that light in, because I have no use for that light. I have nowhere to put it, so I might as well use it. And that's a plug-in. So what I might do is just put it there. Yeah, and then just run the wire back to my fancy setup over here, and we're good to go. I think that'll more than fill that in. It is still a little bit dark over there, but I'll live with it for a bit. But like I said, I've got nothing to do with that light. I'm not going to throw it out or give it away. I might as well put it to use. So yeah, and then that'll just add a little bit more light down that way, and we're good to go. I don't work at that bench, so I don't need a light there. I do all my work here, so that's why that light is there. Yeah, it might even be a case of swap that light and put that there, and then this bigger light, which I'm pretty sure is brighter, will go here. But I mean, that's been perfectly fine for me since I've been doing any work there. So I think I just make them all work for myself. But yeah, anyway, I'll find something for it. Yeah, all good. Updates. I've getting the pump, should be coming today or tomorrow. The pump for my mate's RO unit. Everything's in that box there, the tank and the cart. Pump's coming today or tomorrow, and then I'm still checking on the Vevor DI tank. It's not in stock yet. It should be coming pretty soon, but it's not in stock as we're speaking right now. So I check it every day. I've got a little bookmark on my computer. Yeah, I check it every day. As soon as it comes on, I'll be getting it. He's keen as. I didn't realise, but his son is actually right into detailing. I think it's a new thing for him. He's not only just got his licence, he's in his 20s, I think. But his car's pretty good. But yeah, I think he's getting to that stage where he's starting to learn how to polish it and ceramic coat and things like that. And he didn't even know about this deionised water, spot-free rinse kind of stuff. So he did tell him about it, and he's ultra keen to get it. So yeah, just waiting on one more part, and we're good to go. But anyway, if you've watched the whole thing, thanks for that. I know it's a bit of the original video from up until today, like all of yesterday's video and all that about this was like over an hour, and I did trim it down to 30 something minutes. So I cut out a lot of chit chat and a lot of repetitive stuff. So yeah, today I thought I'd just leave it in and chat for the whole time. But anyway, doesn't matter. I'm sure it's the longest Hex Light install video on YouTube. I should be getting my award in the mail for that. But anyway, it's a nice day today. I'm going to go clean up a bit and go for my massage and then hit work tomorrow, and hopefully my back stays good. But otherwise, yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Catch you later.